Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of PhotoBiz Live. This is Danny from the PhotoBiz team, and today we're going to be joined by Carrie from our passionate support team. She's going to be teaching you about our brand new HTML5 Portfolio Sites. Again, this is a brand new product that we've been developing for quite some time now. We're really excited to finally have it released for you guys, and it has a bunch of great new features, and I'm sure a lot of you guys that are attending have different questions about it, so hopefully Carrie will be able to answer those questions that you have. So in addition to getting the opportunity to learn from Carrie in today's webinar, we're also going to have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. You can submit your questions using the chat tool, and they're going to be answered at the end of the presentation. You can also join in the discussion on Twitter by using the hashtag PhotoBizLive. So if at any point during today's webinar you have any difficulty hearing Carrie or myself or seeing the visual slides, just use the comment box and we'll try and do our best to help you out and fix any issues that you're having. We're also going to be recording today's webinar and placing it on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/photobiz. And while you're there, just be sure to click on the subscribe button. That way you can receive any kind of updates that we put on our YouTube channel. All right, well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Carrie, and she's going to be teaching you guys about the new HTML5 Portfolio Sites.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. I'm excited to get to talk to you guys today about the HTML5 Portfolio Sites. It's definitely a product that we've been excited about for a while now, so we are really ready and for you guys to see it and for us to talk through it, and we want you guys to be excited about it as well. So let's go ahead and jump in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the HTML5 Portfolio Sites first, and then we're going to jump into the control panel to give you some live examples of what it looks like in real time. So first, we want to talk about accessibility. With HTML5 sites, it is going to be a website where you will be able to be seen everywhere. This means that it is mobile-friendly, tablet-friendly, phone-friendly, computer-friendly without having to have mirror sites. So if you'll remember back to our current Flash and HTML websites, you would have to use an HTML mirror to be able to view your site. Well, with HTML5, it's all in one. So you can be seen everywhere without a mirror. Also, there's no plugins necessary. So you don't have to run a Flash player or any other plugin to be able to see your websites. So this is really great for your customers because they don't have to download a plugin to be able to view your site. So there's really no limitations on where you can be seen. If some computer or any device has the internet, they'll be able to see your website. So next, let's talk about some of the features that you know and love that are going to be available with the HTML5 site. Just like with any other PhotoBiz products, you can switch designs for free with one click. So we pride ourselves on being able to have a one-click switch for things. That way, whenever you get ready to change your website or rebrand yourself, you're able to do so with basically one click. Also, you'll have access to a bank of backgrounds. These are going to include full screen and tile backgrounds now, so it's going to have a lot more background offerings than what you're used to with Flash or HTML. And with those, there are 45 plus. Fonts is another thing that will be coming over. You do have the ability to change the font within your HTML5 website, and there are going to be 25 plus fonts. Next, there are transitions. So within your galleries, instead of having preset transitions on an HTML site, you're going to be able to edit those and customize them. That way, you can have your images flow however you would like them to. And you can choose between 5 plus styles and 5 speeds for that. Next is color shifting, and I know color shifting is one of the features that you guys know and love and like to use for your slideshows. So that will be coming over, and we can go over that a little bit whenever we jump over into the control panel. Along with color shifting, there's the color picker. We do have a new color picker for the HTML5 templates, and we've tried to break it down a little bit for you guys and make it easier for you to be able to decide what color you want to change within your website. And last, we do have music available on the HTML5 websites. There are 50 plus songs that are already preloaded. You can also upload your own MP3s into the control panel and use those if you would like. And I will say that the music is something that is available for the iPads or iPhones or any device as well. So it will not automatically play once someone goes to your website, and that's just to be mindful of the fact that they may be in a place where they wouldn't want music to just start blaring, but they would be able to select the Music On button and hear the music on your site. So those are just some of the features that you'll recognize that are coming over from the current Flash and HTML websites. But in addition to that, we have some new and cool things that we wanted to talk about as well. So let's go ahead and head over into those. The first thing that I wanted to mention is the import feature. The import feature is probably one of the neatest things that I would like to talk about as far as HTML5 goes. Instead of coming up with a new product and making you guys build completely from scratch, we wanted to give you an option to bring in some of the elements from your current website. So what we did was create an import feature. And this allows you to pull content from your current Flash or HTML portfolio site. It'll pull text content and page names, home and gallery images, SEO, meta information, and that is from the general area as well as page-specific areas, and then also visible and hidden page settings. So this way, you don't have to go in and completely add these things into your HTML5 site. You can just use one click again and pull them over from your current website. So it's a really neat feature. We're really excited about that. I will say that you do have a one-time chance to import. It's going to be an option for you when you first purchase an HTML5 website, and it's something that you can choose to do one time. And once you do it, you won't be able to undo it. So again, we'll take a look at that when we jump over into the control panel, but it's something that's really exciting, and it allows you to make a transition from a current website to an HTML5 site with little to no effort. So let's keep on moving and talk about the galleries. We have a really cool new feature with galleries. We have the ability to turn thumbnails on or off. So that's a really neat function. We've gotten some feedback from you guys and said that you really would like the ability to turn those on or off, so we added it in. So next is animated thumbnails. With that, when the page loads, you'll see that the thumbnails come in with an animation. So that's a new feature for HTML5. Next is the familiar feature called color shifting that I'm sure most of you are used to seeing. So you will be able to add color shifting to your galleries, as well as transitions. So you'll be able to change the style of transition and the speed as your images are flowing from one to the other. And again, music is available within galleries. We do have the 50+ song library. And if you will remember, you do have the ability to have up to 3 songs within a gallery, and those will play back. And lastly, the option to have autoplay on or off. So this is a new feature for us as far as music goes. So you can have your music automatically play, or you can have the client that's visiting the website choose to turn it on or off. So now we're going to move into talking about different page types that are included in the HTML5. The first page type is list pages. So list pages are something that you'll see it's a new name for pages, but at the same time it does have some familiar aspects that are pulling from the Flash HTML pages. So list pages can be used for things like testimonials, or to put in embedded, internal, and external links. So if you have a page that you wanted to provide some links to different vendors that you work with closely or anything like that, that's what a list page would be used for. And they do include thumbnail images. So along with the text that you would use for a list item, you can add in a thumbnail image, and it can be a complete page. All right. The next thing that we would like to talk with you about is info pages. And I know you guys all know and love your info pages. It's where you actually get a chance to tell your clients information or details about your business. So with info pages, we have added an advanced text editor. So it makes editing the text a little bit easier, and it's more comprehensive. So you have more customization options within the text editor, which is something that we really want to offer you to be able to customize your website on an even higher level. Next, and this is another one of those features that I really wanted to highlight for you guys, is the ability to view and edit HTML code on your information pages. This is huge for you guys. We added in an HTML code area. That way you could add HTML code to your website. I will say that it will not accept iframe code, but it will accept HTML code. So you are welcome to embed videos from YouTube or add in images using HTML code or any other items that you would like to include that refer to HTML coding. So we're really excited to offer that to you guys, so we can't wait for you to see what you guys come up with to put on your information pages. Next, we have contact pages, and you guys will all know what a contact page is. I'm sure you guys use them and use them to provide a way for your clients or potential clients to get in touch with you. So they do have customizable fields. We have added in the feature to make those customizable fields single line versus paragraph. That way, if you need the client to provide more detailed information, they could have a paragraph long field to be able to type things in. They also have the ability to send to multiple emails. So you may want to send the contact page information to your business email as well as your personal email, just in case you may check your personal email on a more frequent basis. You have the ability to send it to multiple emails. And then we have new layout options for contact pages. You have the ability to organize the photo on the left or right, and same for the contact form. So again, that's something that I will show you as soon as we jump over into the control panel. And then a big thing that everyone is concerned about is SEO, search engine optimization and analytics. With HTML5, it is search engine friendly, so search engines will be able to read the sitemap and index your website very easily. You still have the ability to insert metadata, and that is both in the general SEO section as well as in the page-specific SEO sections. The metadata is maintained during import. So with the import feature that I spoke about earlier in this presentation, you will be able to import the metadata from your current website. And lastly, we made it easier for you guys to put in the tracking code. Instead of having to copy and paste the whole long tracking code that you're used to, we shortened it for you to be able to just enter in the UA number that is provided by Google Analytics or Webmaster Tools. So we're really excited about that for you guys. SEO is a huge thing, and it's a huge thing to help out your business, so we wanted to make sure and make that as easy as possible for you. So now what we're going to do is jump over into the control panel and take a look at some of the features as you would see them on your screen. All right, so this should be a familiar sight to all of you. This is your control panel, and this is what you would see when you first log into your control panel if you have purchased the HTML5. So I will go ahead and click on HTML5, that way we can jump right in. As you'll see, this is a new screen for you. It says that you currently have a Flash HTML website with us. Would you like to import the content for that site? So this is what I was speaking about with our import feature. If you have more than one website, if you maybe had a main website and sub-sites, it gives you the option of which one of those sites to import, and then it explains the different things that will be imported, which we went over earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a website, check that I acknowledge that the action cannot be undone, and then I'm going to choose to import my information. And you guys see that that's a really, really quick process, and it automatically goes in and puts in all your web pages from your current Flash HTML site. So it's such a seamless transition that you'll be able to move things from one website to the other with literally one click of the mouse. So with that, the next thing that I did want to show you is, again, it's something that is able to be seen everywhere. You'll notice that there's no mirror site to this, and again, there's no plugins necessary. So let's go ahead and move into some of the features that you love. Again, You can switch your designs for free with one click. The template button is something that you all are familiar with, I'm sure, because you've used it many, many times in the past. So if you wanted to switch templates, all you have to do is click on Templates. You can preview them, just like with the other Flash HTML sites, and it will allow you to see what your website would look like in a different template. So you can use that. The next thing you have is backgrounds. So those are under Settings and Background. You'll see that now you have the tile background option if you have a smaller image that you would like to tile over the entire background, or you have the full page backgrounds. Just like any other PhotoBiz product, you have the ability to upload a new background. So if you have an image that you'd like to use for your background, here's where you would do that. And it also gives you the dimensions that we recommend for that. And then depending on what type background you use, you have the image settings at the bottom. So say you used a tile background, you want to make sure and select to tile that background so it shows up correctly for your clients. So that pretty much covers backgrounds. The next thing that we want to go over is fonts. Again, it has the option to change each of these different fonts within your website. There are 25 plus options, so we've added some new fonts for you guys while keeping some of the old fonts that you know and love. And then next we're going to talk about some transitions. So within your galleries, under the slideshow tab, you're able to change transitions. And depending on what speed you would like, you'd be able to switch those in that area. Color shifting is also something that can be done within the galleries. And that's done by clicking on an image and then choosing a color that you would like to be shifted to within the image and then just clicking on it. Again, that's a feature that I see a lot of you guys use a lot, so we wanted to include that in the HTML5 portfolios for you. Next is the color picker. This is one I mentioned that looked a little bit different than the current Flash HTML websites. You will already have a color scheme depending on what template you choose, but you can click on Customize and change anything within that color scheme. So you'll see that there are different categories: General, Standard Page, Contact Form, Menu, Calendar, and Miscellaneous. So we tried to break it down as easily as possible for you to go in, change the color, and customize the website to fit your business and your brand. And then again is music, and that is back in the gallery section. Under the music tab, you get to select up to 3 song selections, and like I said, there are 50 plus songs to choose from. So next, let's talk about galleries just a little bit more. Within a gallery, you have your details page where you can change your navigation name. I did want to speak about page visibility because we have a new option with page visibility. You can choose visible, hidden, and then disabled. And then after that, what you can do is instead of just hiding a page, you can completely disable it. That way it's not used at all. So instead of just having the 2 options, visible or hidden, you now have 3. And then we'll go over to the Images tab. This is where you'll upload your images for the gallery. And then like I said earlier, you can go in, use the color picker, and again, you have the clipboard that you can use, the drag and drop feature if you need to delete something, and you can always drag it throughout the gallery to change the position of the image within the gallery. So then if we click on Layout, this is one of the new features that I mentioned earlier. You can choose whether to have visible thumbnails or not visible thumbnails. And again, this is pretty self-explanatory, but if you want your gallery to just run without the customer choosing which thumbnail to click on, you can choose the No Thumbnails option. If you wanted to have the thumbnails there just in case they wanted to skip through your photos, you can select to have thumbnails, and then your clients can sort of have a little more freedom to navigate through your website. All right. So moving right along, we have the slideshow option. Did want to point out the autoplay yes or no. Sometimes if you did want to give your clients the ability to navigate through your website, you might want to choose to not autoplay. That way they could go through and choose what image they would like to show and navigate through your slideshow as quickly or as slowly as they would like. And again, there's our transition bank where you get to choose the type of transition as well as the speed to go through. That way your photos can move at the pace and in the way that you would like them to. Back over to the music tab. Again, just to reiterate, we do have the autoplay option now, yes or no, and then you are able to choose 1, 2, or 3 song selections for your website gallery or for your gallery of photos. And then again, there's our all too familiar SEO sections where you can add in the SEO, metadata, and page title for the gallery. So moving right along, we wanted to talk about some different page types. Let's go ahead and talk about some list pages. So with list pages, let's look at the awards and recognitions page. And I'll go ahead and show you guys what this looks like on the actual website. So right now, this sort of served as a testimonials page. So this client has it set up to have different testimonials and different feedback from their clients. So looking back over into the control panel side of things, you arrange that by first having your details tab, and then you can change the navigation name as well as page title. You can choose whether you would like to disable background music on this particular page. Sometimes people like to just have the music within the galleries and then have the rest of their website free and clear of music so their customer can navigate without having that background noise. And then again, you have your 3 page visibility options, visible, hidden, or disabled. And then there's your direct page link, just in case you wanted to share that with someone just to see the content on that specific page. So next is the layout. Currently we only have one layout for the list pages, but as you'll see, you can have an image and then the text of your list item. All right, and then we come to the tab that is actually where you would build your list items. So what you do is you would click on Add Item. You see that you have your options to title it, put in your information in text form, and then you can choose whether or not you would like to link the item. You don't have to link it, but you can link it to any external website address, or you can put an embedded link in. Once you choose Create, you'd be able to upload an image to go with that list item. And then again, there's our SEO section where you can add in page title and any metadata for that list page. All right, moving right along is information pages. So here we have an information page. This should look pretty familiar to you. You can change your navigation name, your page title, choose whether it's visible, hidden, or disabled. And then we have our new advanced text editor. You'll see that you have lots of formatting options. Those are bold, italics, underline. You can add in tables. You can align it different ways. You can change the color of the text, color of the highlight, the font size. And then we have this fun new section that is for HTML. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go in and put in some HTML content. That way you guys can see what it would be like to have something embedded into an information page. So I'm going to head over to YouTube and grab the embedded code from a video. In order to do that, you'll just need to click on the word share under the video, then embed. For this, what we're going to do, you'll need to use the old embed code. Like I mentioned earlier, it does take HTML code. It does not take iframe code. So make sure you use the old embed code. Then you'll just need to copy the code, head back over to your control panel, click on HTML, and this is going to bring up anything that has been typed into that text content box. So this is just the text content in HTML form. So don't worry about all that text. It's there, but I promise it doesn't look that crazy on your live site. So then you just need to decide where you want your video. I'm going to go ahead and put it at the very front before my text, and you'll just paste that in, and then click on Update. All right, so as you'll see, it dropped the video in there. I'm going to save my changes. And let's take a look at it in the preview so you can see exactly what it would look like. So as you'll see, now this photographer has his web page, and he has his picture, his video, and then there is some text there, but against the white background, it's not showing up right at the moment. But that way you'll see that you can embed a video into your information pages. So next, with the information pages, again, you can add images. You do have the ability to add more than one image. If you add more than one, it'll cycle through just like a slideshow on one side of the information page. Along with images, you have the option to change the layout. So just like you see here, left layout would be the image on the left and the text on the right. Same for right, would be the text on the left and then the image on the right. So that is something that you can customize even further about your site. Then you have your slideshow. So if you had uploaded more than one image, you can change the transition and speed. And then again, you have your SEO section. Okay. So let's move on down to the contact page. Like I said, this is a page that I'm sure you guys use quite often. That way your clients can be in contact with you and potential clients can reach you to inquire about using you for photography. So you'll see that you have the contact us, navigation name, page title. You can change the visibility. Again, here's our text content with our advanced text editor where you can add in information. You can choose an image to add to the contact page. And the layout tab is something new with the contact page. You can choose how you want it to be laid out with the image on the left or the right and vice versa for the text and contact form. Again, if you upload more than one image, you can change the slideshow options with the type of transition and the speed of that. And then let's take a closer look at the form section. First, you can choose whether you want the contact form to be visible or not. Some clients just like to provide their contact information without having the contact form, but some people like to have the form. That way their clients can just fill it out and contact them right there from their website. You can choose what you want the submit button to say, and then you have your different fields. You can add as many fields as you would like, and you can change the type. So let's say we added a field for, let's see, type of photo shoot. And then instead of a single line, the person might want to write a little bit more about that. So we could choose paragraph. That way, when the client went in, they would be able to go to the contact page, and once they were there, type a photo shoot, they would have a whole paragraph to be able to write some information there instead of being limited to one line. So that's a really neat feature. You guys can really customize your contact page to be whatever you'd like for it to be. And again, you can go back in and delete anything that you would need to delete and then add anything that you need to add. And again, you have the SEO section within your contact page. Which brings me to SEO in general. So within this section, you'll see that you can add in your general SEO information, and that is website title, website description, and website keywords. These should be pretty familiar to you all because these are elements that were pulled from the Flash HTML website on import. And then again, we've seen the SEO sections in the different web pages that we've gone through already. The new feature that I wanted to show you is site analytics. If you have worked with SEO and Google Analytics, you'll know that you were used to pasting your tracking code into the visit counter area of your website. Well, now what we've done is created a site analytics area. And instead of having to paste the entire tracking code in, all you need to do is enter in your UA number or UA code into these areas. There's one specific for Google Analytics and one specific for Webmaster Tools. Once you do that and save changes, it'll begin tracking your website and the visits, and you'll be able to view each of those things within Analytics or Webmaster Tools. So next, what I'm going to do is open the floor back up for some questions. I know you guys have heard me talk for a while, so I want to hear what you guys have to say. So if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat area to type those in, and we'll be happy to respond to you and see if we can't give you any help with anything that you need additional help with. All right, so our first question is from Shauna, and Shauna asked, are the HTML5 templates replacing your site if you already have a Flash-based template? That's a really great question, Shauna. The answer is no, they are not completely replacing your site. What you can do is if you would like to move towards an HTML5 template, you can import the content from your Flash site over into the HTML5 site, and then it's sort of up to you what you want to do with your domain name. You can either make your main website your HTML5 site, or you can leave your Flash-based website the main site and then use your HTML5 site as a subdomain. So, like I said, the options are really limitless here. So, if you have any other questions, feel free to contact our support team, and we'll be happy to help you with how you would like to organize your site. All right, so our next question is from Austin, and Austin asks, what do the video pages look like, and are they like the Biz pages, the Biz site pages? So currently, Austin, we do not have the same pages as the Biz site for videos. What you can do, though, is we have enabled the feature for you to be able to embed video on an information page, as well as you can use the features that you know and love as far as external links or adding in embedded links into a list page or a links page. So you have those options for video, but it does look a little bit different than the Biz site. All right, so the next question is from Gary, and Gary asks, what are the main reasons I would change from my current Flash, Mirror HTML, and mobile sites? And that's a great question, Gary, and I'm sure that's something that a lot of folks out there are wondering. Basically, what you want to think about is the HTML5 website will provide the same look across any form of where the website is viewed. So it's going to look the same on a computer, it's going to look the same on a phone, as well as a tablet. Whereas right now your Flash and HTML site probably look at least a little bit different, and the mobile site is a little different as well. So it's going to look the same. Again, you have some of the features such as music and transitions that are not currently available on just a regular HTML site. And again, it's not really meant to replace anything. It just offers you another option as far as a different type of website with some features other than what we currently offer with Flash or HTML. So what I can do is I'll have one of our passionate support agents give you a call, and that way you guys can go through a little more in detail, you know, some of the differences and how that would work with your business model. Okay, so our next question is from Douglas, and Douglas asks, can I create a one-click email link so the customer can contact me without filling out a form? Douglas, that is a really great question. I know that being able to contact you is something that's really big for clients and potential clients. So what I will say is what you can do is go in and edit the contact form to only include a section that asks for the client's email, or that asks for the client's content of an email that they'd like to send to you, or you can just create a hyperlink that would take the client right to a page that could email you. Easiest thing I would say would be to do it within the contact form and just shorten the form to only include a field for an email. All right, guys, so it looks like that is all the questions that have come through for today. I will stay on a couple more minutes. That way, if you have any additional questions, you can go ahead and chat those to us. As we're wrapping up, I did want for you to remember that you always have access to our passionate support team. So if you are to purchase the HTML5 templates, we are here to answer any questions you have and to help you get your site up and running. Also, we do have our loyalty program, so if you've been a client with PhotoBiz for longer than 6 months, you will receive any new products that you purchase at a discounted price. And then lastly, you do have access to purchase the different services that we now offer. So if you would like for our web stylist to work on your site and style it, you're welcome to do so. If you would like some extra help and our team to help you out with search engine optimization, we do offer a service for that, as well as a social media service. So if you would like some additional help building your social media accounts and utilizing those to enhance your business, we can offer each of those 3 services for you, and you can check those out at photobiz.com. So I think we have a couple extra questions coming in, so just give us one moment, and we'll go through those with you. All right, so Shauna, I appreciate your great feedback about the webinar today. I'll definitely have one of our agents or myself give you a call in just a little while. That way we can talk about the exciting new HTML5 websites with you. And then Douglas has one more question for us, and that is, can my homepage slideshow pics be one-click links to my galleries? That's a really great idea, Douglas, and that's one that I'm actually going to submit to our team. That way they can discuss it. Currently, we don't have the ability to be able to do that, but like I said, that's a really great idea, and I think our team would really like to hear it. So what I'll do is I'll submit that to our idea bank, and hopefully we'll discuss it and use the great ideas that our clients give us to really develop these sites into something great. So I'm going to turn it back over to Vance, and he's going to close everything out for us.
Hey everybody, so I hope you all enjoyed the webinar today on the HTML5 Portfolio Sites. We're going to go ahead and shut this down. If you do have any existing questions at all, please just feel free to give our support team a call here. We're here Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and our number is 866-463-7620, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions or anything that you do have. And please feel free, if you feel like you missed out on this or have any friends that you think that might like to see this, send them over to youtube.com/PhotoBiz to have them view this webinar later on next week after it's been released out. So from here at the PhotoBiz team, we're checking out. We hope you guys have a great rest of your night.